So I know I definitely want Tyranitar, but I don't want to lead with it. I want to be able to bring it in and apply pressure with stand control. So I think my best start here is probably just go Glamora and Ogerpon. Bring Tyranitar in the back. And then I feel like I could probably get away with one of these two. I'm gonna go Garganical here. It does allow me to set up. On top of that, it is investing in special defense. So what you do is, with your special defense, it's gonna be very high. When it's in sand, and it's still a rock type, it will get a 1.5 boost to its special defense. It'll allow it to sponge up special hits a lot better that way. So honestly, I don't dislike my current position. Like, I can Earth Power into you relatively fine. I can Ivy Cudgel into you. Basically, my plan is I just need to get some damage off this turn. If I let them set up, that's not gonna go very well. I'm guessing that's a Choice Scarfs element with Tailwind. That's kind of been picking up in usage. Yes, there's the Tailwind. I highly doubt it's going to be the Rocky Helmet variant. Not saying it can't be, but I'm more than willing to bet that ultimately it doesn't matter, but I would be willing to bet that was probably Choice Scarf. So, what they do next will be interesting, to say the least. They are taking their time, though. If I was my opponent, I would probably want to bring in the Iron Bundle here. Alright, so they're bringing in Iron Hand. And you can still only fake out one of these. So the question is, like, if you fake out Glamora, I feel like Glamora is a little more valuable to keep at full health. So this might not be a bad time to just bring in Garganical. And I can reset my Ogerpon. My thinking is, they either fake out the Glamora and spikes go up, or they do no damage to Garganical. No Terra coming out. Alright, so there's Nasty Plot. They actually did not go for the fake out. They just Drain Punch right into Glamora. So Iron Hands does take a bit of damage from that. I think I double into you now. So I go for the Earth Power and the Salt Cure. Still no Terra coming out from my opponent. Makes me wonder what they have in the back then. But I do know Garganical should be able to tank the hit. So Glamora hangs on with Focus Sash. Special attack goes down, Wild Charge. We're grass type, so we take that, no problem. Earth Power, that does a very sizable chunk to the Golden Go. Soul Cure doesn't do a whole lot, but it will do the damage over time. There's leftovers. There's leftovers on my end. So now Golden Go just faints next turn. So I just have a spiky shield. I mean, is it really worth preserving you now? I don't think it's worth risking any unnecessary damage. Alright, so they do just switch out the Golden Go. They reveal their last Pokemon to be the Pelipper. Spiky Shield. I'm guessing it's just a Drain Punch into Garganacl. Yeah, that just makes the most sense here. So we do lose our Terra. But they haven't really capitalized on... like, they didn't really capitalize on their Golden Go as much as they could have. So, moving on. I can either go Tyranitar, or I can go with the Ogerpon. I'm leaning Ogerpon here. You see, my reasoning is, now, I can Mortal Spin, and that will break any potential Focus Sash that would be on the Pelipper. I really don't think they switch Pelipper out. Not in this position. So I'm just gonna double into it. Suppose they do switch it out. Then, I mean, they're just losing Golden Go anyway. So I feel like I'm in a relatively comfortable spot. There's the Focus Sash. The crit layer does not matter. So now Glamora will take out the Pelipper. It gets the poison off on Iron Hands. So, now they have no more Tailwind. I do have to contend with that very annoying Iron Hands. But because I'm still faster, I feel relatively comfortable in this position. Alright, my plan here, I'm going to Earth Power the Iron Hand just to get some big damage off. And I will actually... I think what I'll do is probably Ivy Cudgel the Golden Go. It what? Oh, they just cancel. Okay. Well, we will move on to the next. Now, other than the Golden Go, I mean, quite frankly, like, I really think I've just got an okay matchup. The Iron Thorns here is actually Terra Dragon, specifically to help with the matchup into Torn Urshifu. I bring you, and I think, given this, I don't really want to bring Stan this time, because that'll boost the Bramble Gas. So I think I'm going to bring the Arcanine here. Okay, so there's the Tornadus, and there's the Urshifu as predicted. Alright, so I get my Quark Drive off. Now the thing here is, I can actually just outright Oko lead Urshifu if I wanted to. I'm thinking what I can do is just follow me and I'll go for a Dragon Dance this turn. Alright, they just withdraw the tornadoes. I mean, that's fine. It's probably Arcanine. There it is, as predicted. Intimidate. That doesn't entirely bother me. I still feel like I'm in an okay position. Now, this Terra could make a difference. Alright, so it is the Terra Water. Which means if I so desire, I can just beat it next turn with a nice Wild Charge. Alright, Surgeon Strike. I don't think Ogerpon lives with the Terra. It might be a roll. But I want to say I don't. I do, okay. So that might have been a damage roll. This is actually working out very perfectly for how I would want it to. Because now I can Spiky Shield here, and unless that's a Choice Scarf Urshifu, I know I'm actually going to be faster. I very much kelped it so that I would indeed be faster than the Urshifu. Urshifu, I believe at max speed Jolly, is a speed of 163, whereas my Iron Thorns at +1 will hit 165. Alright, extreme speed. The Arcanine's gonna take some damage. Alright, so it's not Choice Scarf. It's not Focus Sash, meaning it was very likely just Mystic Water. It goes down. And with that, I believe I have the advantage. They could potentially bring back the Tornadoes. Nope, they just go straight into Bramble Gas. Alright, Arcanine I don't think really threatens me here. So I'm gonna bring in the Arcanine now. And I will just go for a Rock Slide. My main reasoning here is I want to preserve Ogerpon for Follow Me support. As well, this gets me an Intimidate off on both Arcanine and Bramble Gas. Extreme Speed, we take that, no problem. Rock Slide, doing very good damage off. We pick up the Arcanine. Bramble Gas is at about... I'd say it was at maybe 60%. So I'm not actually that concerned here. I very much have a prediction on what they're gonna do here. They're gonna just go Tailwind, and Bramble Gas probably will click the Phantom Force or the Poltergeist. So, they have to be concerned, though, about the Flare Blitz. I'm gonna set up again. Yep, so they just go Rain Dance, actually. Dragon Dance. I'll get my Howl off. So, now, really, like, Iron Thorns here, I just keep clicking buttons and it should just pick up the knockout. Alright, so I'm getting hit by my Shuka Berry. That's fine. So this is just a double Rock Slide. Tornadoes very, very lightly just drop. So, one hit. Bramble Gas will be back at neutral. Alright, so Wind Rider activate. Poltergeist. They're really just targeting down Arcanine. It tells me they're pretty afraid of it. I really don't think the crit mattered, simply because I had booster energy and a +2 stack of attack. And boom, we have taken down a Torn Urshifu team. I think that was a very good showcase. I think my play is probably just... I'm going to apply pressure because there's a lot of physical attackers there. I think I bring Ogerpon. So the reason I'm going Glamora instead of Ogerpon in the first slot, I want to apply Toxic Spike's pressure. They likely won't be able to remove it. So if I can get some Toxic Spikes going off and Mortal Spin. Alright, so they just went Rillaboom, Glamora. Sorry, Rillaboom, Urshifu. This is actually a really good position for me. Because I can Mortal Spin. I can just Terra Grass. I'll go Iron Defense. The Rillaboom doesn't really do anything against Terra Grass Garganical. And then, well, just on top of that, like, Urshifu, this is probably just Terra Water. Yep, there's the Terra Water. So, either way, like, they're not really doing big damage if they target down Garganical. And if they attack Glamora, then they're just setting up spikes for me. I feel this is just my overall best lead into something like this. Alright, there's the Fake Out into Glamora. Toxic Debris sets up a layer of Toxic Spike. Surging Strike, that's going into Garganical. We take that like it's nothing. I suppose now the question is, what are they gonna do on turn 2? I would probably expect them to want to target down. Like, they probably just want Glamora out of the way. But now that I've got one Iron Defense set up, they kind of have to bank on getting a crit using Close Combat, or possibly the Alolan Ninetales. So I want to say Rillaboom switches out here. Alright. They haven't quite locked in. Yep, they withdrew the Rillaboom. Is it the Oh, it's the Arcanine. Well, I mean, I'll take that. Arcanine gets poisoned. Intimidate really doesn't bother me. My guess is they want a Flare Blitz for damage. I mean, they could very well still Flare Blitz me. That's not something I'm going to rule out. However, in this particular situation, like, I'm at +2 defense. So even if they are Choice Band, that's basically the equivalent of me being at +1 defense. Yeah, they really have to be a little careful here with what they do. If I want to, I can just Body Press and knock out the Arcanine. Which is probably what I will do. Yeah, so with Ogerpon here, I'm thinking, so I Horn Leech the Urshifu slot, and I just Body Press into Urcanine. It wouldn't surprise me. Alright, I was gonna say, it wouldn't surprise me if they switched out the Urshifu. But it looks like they're just outright trying to get the knockout onto Ogerpon. That does not pick up. How fast is their Arcanine? Is Howl Arcanine? Okay. I can't say I agree with that. Not in this particular situation. Because Bippity Boppity Boo, Urshifu goes down. So, I believe it should be a 2v3. Body Press should pick up the knockout. So the Rillaboom comes in. It will be badly poisoned, since there's 2 layers of toxic spikes from toxic debris. It has no real way to hit Garganical. So unless they have the Alolan Ninetales here, yeah, no, this should just be GG now. Yeah, I'd say that was a pretty comfortable game. King Gambit doesn't get poisoned because of its steel typing. However, so I think what I use, I just Spiky Shield here. And go for the Body Press. If I knock out King Gambit, that's just GG. Unless this Rillaboom has some weird tech I don't know about. Alright. Total Cleave, doing very minimal damage. And now with that, I believe Body Press should just pick up on King Gambit. And then Rillaboom against the world. I don't see any out that my opponent has in which they can pull this back now. If I'm my opponent, like, I'd probably just forfeit, because there's not really a way to come back. But also, fighting a Mono Rock team, you probably want to just do it and see what you can do. Sucker Punch, okay, they do attack the Ogerpon. I don't know if that crit really mattered because of how low I was. Body Press, King Gambit goes down. They have no Terra. All they have left is the Rillaboom. Rillaboom has Fake Out, Grassy Glide, likely Wood Hammer, and then the last move is either U-Turn, Knock Off, or Stomping Tantrum. And really, none of those give me any issues. If it's like some weird Drain Punch variant, I mean, I'd lose Tyranitar, but that's not a big deal. I've just got so much damage over time going off now. Yeah, and the battle is cancelled.